Suzanne Lyons here again, and thank you once again for joining me. Tip number 9, can you believe it? My gosh, we're already on tip number 9. And as I promised you last week, I have a treat. Diane Christiansen is here. I'm so thrilled. I'm so honored. She's amazing. I know I shared a little bit about her last week, but I just want to reemphasize it because I am just so impressed. I love saying it. Voted number 1. Yay! Number 1 coach for kids and teenagers in Hollywood by Backstage West Reader's Choice Awards. Pretty amazing. Pretty freaking amazing. And then voted number 1 again, as if that wasn't enough, by Children in Film for 3 years running. So I am with some pretty impressive, classy coach today. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, because what today is about is acknowledgement. Now, I know that I've harped on all the other tips and say how important everything is, but I have to tell you, acknowledgement for me is one of the most important things. And why? Because it's missing, all pervasively missing in our culture, in our world, in the entertainment industry specifically. So I know that Diane feels the same way as I do, very strongly about this particular distinction. And we're going to kind of focus, of course, on mentor, because that's what the theme is about. But once again, please map this onto everything in your life, okay? Acknowledgement's just plain missing. So I'm going to hand it over to you. And I want to thank you for coming. I know how busy, this is a busy woman, so I just wanted to, acknowledge that.
Thank you, and that was a very nice acknowledgement, by the way.
You're very welcome.
I agree. I believe that acknowledgement is the one thing that the world is starved for, more than anything else.
Starved, good word.
We have lost our ability to sit down and acknowledge the people in our lives, and then people regret it when they don't.
Yeah.
But as far as mentors, having had a mentor or two in my life, I remember the feeling of being able to acknowledge my mentor 2 weeks before she died.
Really?
By taking her out for a night on the town
No.
and standing in a parking lot of a theater where I grew up back in Chicago, and looking at her and having a rainbow come out over her head and saying, I am so grateful for having you in my life. She took me to New York by the hand at 17, auditioning for the Rockettes.
Oh my God.
And being able to tell her everything that I was grateful for.
Whoa.
That same visit home, I acknowledged my father for everything he had done. 2 weeks later, she died. 3 weeks later, he died.
Oh my God.
So I learned the lesson of acknowledgement
early on,
firsthand, in such a transformational way, and how important it was. And I felt so grateful that I had done it and been motivated to do it. So I know that having a mentor in Hollywood, especially, those are the busiest people of all.
Oh yeah, probably in the world. I mean, our industry.
And they're so busy, they don't even know they need acknowledgement.
Yeah.
So for them to receive it and have that gift given to them is so special, and such a truly needed moment in their lives. And what better reason to mentor than to receive some acknowledgement and to have someone grateful for it. So I've also experienced that when I've had mentors in this town, some very big ones.
Wow.
And they were so grateful.
And what about the flip side? Have you, because you've been in the industry for a while now, and I mean, to get that a few weeks, for somebody to acknowledge you is also a great feeling, because you're right, sometimes we're so busy we don't even think we need it, and yet it's so important.
So important.
So even for you, I mean, to get that gift, what's it been like?
Well, I get it a lot. I get it from parents, I get it from children. The flip side is that you have to deal with a lot of parents when you coach kids and teenagers. Sure. But I have wonderful ones most of the time. Nice. And I do get acknowledgement, and I keep those cards. I have a big bulletin board in my office with just acknowledgement cards. Right. And it's amazing how many of those kids are huge stars now, like Haley Steinfeld and the Panabaker Girls and, David Henry. So kids will know who those people are. But receiving is flip side. It's the balance. It's keeping you in the flow. And that's another wonderful thing to be able to learn to do, is receive the gift of acknowledgement. It is a gift.
It is a gift. And that's something that we're not necessarily that great at, because it's not an of course. It doesn't happen every day.
So true.
Yeah. I mean, it should be an of course. It should be, of course, I'm going to be able to receive acknowledgement gracefully and graciously. And of course I should be able to give acknowledgement on a daily basis. It should be an of course.
Absolutely. And I had to train myself and learn to do it with training. And one of the things I learned was to count to 3.
My God.
Let that gift wash over you. Really get it.
Really.
And then say thank you.
Nice. That's nice. So it's not. You're right. It's not just about. Yeah, it's not just about learning to give it, but also how do you receive it too. If you're on the flip side, because even though this has been about getting a mentor, there's people out there who've been on the other side of the table too, who have been a mentor. Not just and then to be able to receive that acknowledgement is something that, Lisa, we're not trained for. Isn't that sad?
I train my students to do it.
Good. Oh, you do.
On the last night of our 8-week sessions, everything on all 3 of my locations, we have 8-week sessions. On the last class, no matter what the age, kids, teens, or young adults, we have an acknowledgement class.
Do you really?
And I always bring food and snacks. It's a party. It's an acknowledgement party the last night of class. Actors need it so much.
Wow.
They walk around in between the sessions floating on air because I have everyone get up on stage or on set, and everyone in the class has to acknowledge that person for something positive.
Nice.
And they wind up crying and receiving in a way, and I say, don't say thank you till the end.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
And to be able to just let it come in, absorb it. Yeah. Nice.
And they walk around feeling amazing.
I bet.
On top of the world for weeks after they thank me for it all the time.
God, Diane.
And it's something that I encourage them to continue to do to stay in the flow.
Good.
And to just put good light units in the bank.
Yeah, light units in the bank.
I like that.
That's so cool.
And if they're learning to do that at a young age, they'll be able to have a nice balance in their lives.
Well, no wonder she's voted #1 coach.
It's an important thing.
Hello.
Acknowledgement's one of the most important.
Yeah, but nobody teaches it. I mean, we do in Flash Forward Institute in the Flash Forward class, and even in my indie film producing class, I drill it in like crazy because I just think it's so important. Isn't that fantastic?
Good way to feel in life. Being acknowledged and giving acknowledgement.
And giving it. It's like giving a gift.
Good life skill.
Yeah, a great life skill.
The best.
Oh my God, did I invite the perfect person or what? I'm going to acknowledge myself for inviting Diane.
Very good, Suzanne.
Boy, we'll just take any acknowledgement. This is wonderful. I'm thrilled. So, given that I just love this about you. I love this. If I had a child or a teen, how would I go about getting in touch with you if they wanted to act or if they are acting and want coaching or whatever? Can we just, since I've got you here, can I get your website information?
Of course, absolutely. I have a website that has everything we have to offer on it called www.dianechristiansen.com.
Oh, easy peasy. Okay, good.
Christiansen is spelled Christiansen. The spelling is critical because there are so many ways to spell it.
I bet.
And you can call us anytime you want, 818-523-8283. And we have a little something for everyone.
Nice. Oh, so you're here in the Valley, 818.
I'm in North Hollywood and Valencia.
Oh, brilliant.
2 locations in North Hollywood, 1 in Valencia.
Oh, that's great. Oh, my God, this is fantastic.
Yeah, and NoHo.
Boy, I'm really, really, really thrilled where people are rushing, obviously, to get to you now. Look at that.
I love it.
We just mentioned it. People are rushing.
Acknowledgement works every time, doesn't it?
So I just want to thank you, Diane, for joining me today on my YouTube series.
Pure joy being here with you, Suzanne. And a treat.
Good. Thank you. It's a treat for me, a treat for everybody out there. So anyways, that's it for tip number 9. And we had Diane Christiansen with us today. Just wonderful. Wonderful to have you. And I will see you, this is what, a Tuesday. So I guess I will see you. You know what? I'm going to give you some homework. Diane and I are both going to give some homework. And that is, try it on. Okay?
Absolutely.
Try it on. Get out there.
That.
Even if you haven't got your mentor yet, because we're still going through the tips, so you might not have gone out to get the mentors yet. I'm not sure. But I don't care. Try it on your dog. I don't care. Just like acknowledge.
Start
it's
with
like your parents, your mom, wherever. Just start today. Why not? Yeah. Okay, so you've got some homework. Before I see you on Thursday, that's it. And I know where you live, so I'll come after you.
Be the rock star of acknowledgement.
A rock star of, that's it. The queen and king, the rock star of acknowledgement. So start today and have fun with it, okay? Be light about this. Have some fun with this. But take on acknowledging people right now. As soon as you finish clicking off here, then get out and acknowledge somebody. Call your mom, call your dad, call somebody, your agent, whatever. And that's it. And I will see you guys on Thursday for tip number 10. Once again, thanks for joining me.